So this little video is about criteria D, which is our planning criteria. So the whole idea of this is that before you come to this point, you should have obviously an idea of a problem that you're going to solve for a client. That's in criteria A. You should have analysed that situation. That's criteria B. So you've come up with the specifications of what your solution, your product is going to be. So now what happens between that point and the point where you can sit down and actually do this needs to be a load of learning. So what do you need to learn about? You need to learn about the software that you're proposing to use so that you can become enough of an expert in that software that you can actually picture what it is that you're going to be making. So in order to get yourself in that happy position of being able to picture what it is that you're going to be able to make and how you're going to be able to make that, you're going to need to do tutorials, you're going to need to do some research into what other people have done and then maybe reverse engineer those things. And then I would sit down and make some pilot versions, some small samples of what it is you're going to do, especially the more tricky little bits that you're maybe a little bit more uncertain about how they're actually going to work. So all that stuff needs to come in between the point where you've finished criteria B and before you sit down to actually start the designing. Okay, when you start the designing, you need to have those things clear. So once you've done that, you can come back and watch the next video where I'm going to explain what actually goes into criteria D.